Hello there, everybody. This is Jack from the Stock Serpent Watchdog, and today we're going to have a look at Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT. Now, the reason we are looking at Microsoft is because I have gotten a few requests for it, and I would like to look at it in a full process. Now, full process is our 10 step, 10 item checklist on the Ichimoku Kinko Heiho system. Now, this is a technical trading system, and that will tell us if this stock is investable right now or not. Now, let's start out with our first point. Our first point is always price relative to the Kumo, and our price relative to the Kumo says that this stock is trading below it. Current price is below, and that is a negative on that fact. All right, now when did it break down? It broke down over here. That is our first negative check on our 10-point checklist. So it broke down here. It actually traded back up to the edge of the cloud, but it never passed through it. So resistance held, and it continued lower. So that's the first item. Second item is price relative to the Kumo shadow. Now, where is the Kumo shadow? Let's have a look. Pardon me. The Kumo shadow comes in right over here. Now, why do we call that the shadow? The shadow is the Kumo cloud that trades behind price. So this is the current price, and everything behind it is called the Kumo shadow. So the Kumo shadow has some some support here, and look at that. This is resistance right here. So we are looking at resistance up here from the Kumo shadow, and we are looking at support down here for the Kumo shadow as well. So support here, resistance over there, and price is trading there between those two levels. All right, moving on to our third point. Our third point is our Tenkan-sen greater than our Kijun-sen. Now, the Tenkan-sen is the fast midpoint moving average. It's a 9-day midpoint moving average, and right now price is below it. Price is also below the intermediate or 26-day medium-term midpoint moving average. So both of these are in fact negative. Okay, price is trading right here. That was the closing price at 104.62, and price is below both of those. So from this angle, it definitely looks as if it's consolidating of sorts. It's below the cloud, but this is a kind of a thin stretch of the cloud. This isn't as thick as this part of the cloud. It's kind of thin. It does look like there might be a possibility of a breakthrough here, but we'll have to wait and see. These thin stretches of the cloud are easier to break through. That means there's less resistance. There's less of a battle between buyers and sellers, I should say. All right, but once we get to these flat sections of the cloud, this is the Senko Span B. This is where there is a lot more sellers than buyers, and therefore the resistance is so much bigger. Now, if I have to speculate, I would say the price is probably not going to break out here. It is going to trade up into the cloud and then roll over and follow this cloud all the way down. All right, and then it'll go underneath it here. So let's just move on to the fifth point and leave speculation at that. The fifth point is the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen under the cloud. Here is the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. They are both under the cloud. That is bearish. I do not want to be trading under the cloud at all, and that is another bearish indicator right there. Is the Tenkan-sen pointing down? Now, the Tenkan-sen is this blue one here. It is, in fact, moving down. It is pointing down, so that is another negative right there. But look at what the Kijun-sen is saying. The Kijun-sen is flat. That is our next point on our checklist. It is flat, and therefore it is a neutral item on our checklist. It's neutral because it is moving sideways and not up or down. Then getting to our Chikou span. Now the Chikou span is the interesting part in this particular chart. Now, why is the Chekao span interesting? That is this line here. Look at that. This line came through. It went back up. Then we broke through the cloud and we went back up. So very volatile behavior here of price. And right now, the Chekao span is actually still inside the cloud. Now, for that reason and that reason alone, if anything trades in the cloud, if the midpoint moving averages trade in the cloud, if price trades in the cloud, if the Chekao span trades in the cloud, it cannot be bearish or bullish. Any action that happens in the cloud is considered neutral. So right now, the Chekao span is neutral. That means momentum has not picked up on Microsoft. Microsoft is holding up much better than the FANG stocks that I just did a video on a couple of minutes ago. Now, if you want to check that out, it's going to be on my channel soon. So once again, this is my momentum indicator right here, the Chekao span, and it has not broken down yet. Once the Chekao span does break through the cloud, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get very, very ugly. All right, so the Chekao span is trading under price. It's roughly touching price here. It is not trading under the Kumo, so that is also a neutral indicator. And what is the next item? That is my 10th item, is the Chekao span future in open space. Now, what's going to happen here with the Chekao span? The Chekao span is a funny indicator. It is the closing price, this closing price from today, plotted back 26 days. And it tells me if momentum is in fact up or down. If it is trading under price, it is down. If it is interacting with price, it is neutral. And if it is trading above price, it is bullish. So right here, it is trading, I would say it's basically, it just broke out of price. So it's neutral in my view. It is trading above the cloud, which is neutral. But look at the future here. The future is this section here. So where is it going soon? Where is it going in the next week or two? All right, so we're trying to figure out where can this go. Is there any price action that it can interact with? Now, it's not going to interact with price if it moves sideways until about in a week, week and a half of trading. Now, if it goes down, if it breaks through this cloud, it can fall pretty far because there is no price action here except for these lower edges of these candles, okay, these lower wicks of these candles. And that is not particularly firm support. So I would say that the 10th item on our checklist is in fact bearish. Now, the reason I'm going to go with a bearish call here is because it is moving down, and I do believe that it's a matter of time before we break through this cloud, and then it's going to be an open space. And once it hits open space, it is all over for Microsoft. And like I said, I think price is going to trade up. We're going to maybe fill this little gap here with the Chekao span, and then we're going to start moving down, 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 following the cloud down. So I would be staying out of this. Let's have a quick recap of our 10-item checklist of the Ichimoku Kinko Heiyo system. And just giving it a quick glance, it looks like it's 7 bearish checked items on our checklist and 3 neutral. Now, there is nothing, I repeat, there is nothing bullish about this chart. To have been bullish, I would have used a blue circle to number it. But there is literally nothing bullish about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be careful when you trade Microsoft to the long side. I do see further breakdown here. Once this level breaks, once this Kumo shadow support gives way, it can move a lot lower. And I'm talking about a lot lower. Okay, so please be very, very careful trading this. Now, if you have any recommendations for me on stocks that you would like me to analyze or review, please let me know in the comment sections below, and I will definitely reply to you and tell you when I can do that for you. Also, please subscribe to this new channel. It is a channel that is there to protect the little guy. I do not like to see small investors get burned by recommendations and stock picks by talking heads, both on YouTube and in the mainstream media. So if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations of stocks that you would like to see analyzed, let me know, please. I am there for you guys. All right, so with that being said, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and everyone, good trading and have a good day.